It is indeed very interesting. Oh, we were... Fuck. Nice. So I was basically saying that it is very interesting to feel what MX for the MX build is normal, and what for instead of the Topper build is not really our usual stuff. So on the MX we are used to more, how can I say it? A more diverse feel. So we have a bouncier feel on the R3, then a little bit more stiff towards the edges because of the mounting points. But I'm really intrigued by the fact that there's this difference with Topper 2, and I'm not really used to it, and I'm not sure if the stream went off when I said it, but if I touch the bottom and I tap here, I don't feel too much, but if I press on the top, I can feel it, especially when I type like this with my palm that rests here. I can feel that in this case, even if I force it, I can feel much. But if I go here, I can definitely feel that, the vibrations. It's very interesting. Another thing that we are used to in Topre. Very interesting. The silicone rings are actually not that bad, and I think they contribute a little bit with this transfer, because they're a thicker material, and it's not foamy like Poron, so they don't dissipate too much. So I think silicone is actually helping this. Interesting. Would be nice to try heavier and sorry, not heavier, thicker, thicker silicone rings. Pure silicone, no Poron, no whatever the other material is, because this would be quite interesting on like a real force or something like that. The bottom, well, not really the bottom, but the return stroke with the 0.3 silicones are actually better than I expected. Very interesting. Very interesting. And it's so damn heavy. Oh. It's well balanced though. And if you pick it up from the side, there's no risk of slipping either towards you or in front of you. It's very nice. Very interesting. So, 7 days calculator. I'm not sure. Can you send it again? Yeah, because I'm not sure. I already saw that, but I forgot about it. Oh, it was ages ago. Okay, then probably I really forgot about it. Yeah, probably I completely forgot about it. So what I'm doing right now is trying to change some of the uh, values that I set so that I can use a more up-to-date firmware. And let's see if I can actually do that. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to use a USB drive. Which is, I mean, fine. Oh, you found it? Let me go over on Discord. Where is it? Oh, wait, what? Okay, that is super weird. That is definitely super weird. So one thing that I can show you now is the process of reflash. So if you remove the caps lock, control, whatever, there are two exposed pads. If you short them and you keep them shorted, you'll have access to the DFU mode, which basically allows you to put the board into programming mode, and that way you can reflash in case something happens and, for example, the board breaks or some catastrophic events happen and you need to reflash the entire board. So that's the fail-safe per se, in case something bad happens and you need to actually reflash. Do you prefer it over a button? To be honest, it really depends on the build, and it depends on if the unit count is relatively low. I really have no preferences because the actual circuit for the tweezer method and the button one, it's the same. And actually, like, the button acts as the tweezers, so it basically just shorts two pins, and that's what actually provides the reflash that we actually care about. And if I were to simply quickly short them, it will just act as a reset pin. The same thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's swap some stuff. Oh wait, I gotta exit the testing mode. There we go. Yeah, it's way better now compared to before. It's way better. It really depends on where you put the button. So if you put it here, you have space. In fact, the Lilium has a button between the A and the caps, and it's a very small one. And to access it, you take off the cap, but instead of having a big ass opening, we have a little hole, like a screw hole, but way smaller. And if you use a paperclip or even tweezers and you close them and you poke it, you will short a button. That way you can do the same function. So it will act as a reset or a DFU mode. In that case, we decided to use the pin method simply because it was more elegant instead of having a big opening for tweezers. So that's that was the idea behind doing that. Yeah, this is way better than before. I actually like this. There are still some minor things to fix, and I think that the cause of all those issues, so the weird noises and all of that, is lube and the screws for the actual assembly. But apart from that, like, it's fine. With the GMK Sassy caps, again, I don't know if that's because this is a used set, like a well used set. Because even if I place them in the skis sliders, they are not very tight. So that's probably an indicator that this set is extremely used. But yeah, apart from that, the board is actually very nice. You can take a look at it one more time. And I'm gonna, of course, shoot some pictures of the board in better lighting. The matching is on point for the anno on the top and bottom. And the actual mechanical matching between the bottom and the top is very nice too. There's no happy smiley face, even though we only have 4 screws, 4 screw points. So here and here it's completely flat, and also here the amount of top piece material and bottom piece is consistent all across. So this in the middle is the bottom case, this is the metal plate, and this is the top case. And as you can see, the thickness of the middle piece remains constant. So there's no sassy bending or like mismatching in the actual like tightening from the screws. So overall is a very, very nice board. The options are, in my opinion, okay. You have MX, you have EC, which is of course what I care the most. Even MX is completely fine. I tried it with the OP Blacks. This. and they were fine. They were lubed. I don't think they were filmed. Probably they are filmed, but I'm not really sure. And the result with both assemblies is very good. I would probably personally go for either the aluminum plate or personally I will have a stainless steel plate being made for my unit because I just prefer stainless steel. The offerings in the group buy are aluminum and carbon fiber. Remember that if you want split backspace on the EC, that is a separate plate, because again the spacing of the outer edges of 2Us are different than 2 single 1Us. So there's that. But for the caps lock you can choose whatever plate, and you can use stepped and non-stepped again, because in this case we have enough buckling that even if we have that little opening, we can still maintain the correct amount of pressure needed to avoid the housing to go around. And it sounds as good with the normal as the stepped. Yeah, especially with, I hope, the TKL series that I'm doing. The plan for that is to basically merge the gap between the MX scene and the EC scene, and now with all the extra parts and options, that's gonna be way easier for the average consumer to actually get up and running with EC. They might not go that deep into it, but even if they grab like whatever key set they have and they try it with the EC, they will not regret it, in my opinion. They will probably either like it and only buy that board, or they like it and they are intrigued and then they're gonna move to like OEM EC stuff, or if they realize that is something that is not for them, they are just gonna either sell it or leave it there. But at the end of the day, I think they're not gonna be as afraid by the option right now to try EC, because if they are gonna buy the MX, they will probably have the spare money to get the 50, 80 bucks, whatever, EC kit, and they will probably just get it to try it because they say, hey, this is interesting, let's see what we can do. And then they're gonna again either fall in love with it or move on. So that's a good thing in my opinion. All right, so I think for today we are pretty much done. Let's see if there is someone to raid. on Twitch. Twitch.tv. Let's see if someone is streaming keyboards.
I don't know how to play this button.
Okay, we are only in 3 streaming keyboards. 4?
Maybe I'll play this. And the game's like, no, you're not.
4 people. Is this?
That game, I got 8 blitzcranks, and I was like,
Let's see.
Also true, yeah. Also true. Alright.
Okay, we can probably raid Lightning keyboards. He's doing some 60% vintage stuff. He's using the OEM.
Yes, this does have play foam. So
Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. We can totally do this.
it's a 1.6mm PCB. Flex cuts. CE has some flex cuts too, I think.
VL just crashed.
This is DCS Rebel
Classic VL stuff.
for the key set, keycap set. So DCS keycaps. And these are V1
Let's see
from Vertex.
if I can actually raid this time.
I didn't modify them at all. 62 gram bottom out, if I recall.
Okay, raid message.
Give it a try without any.
We're gonna go with the usual
I don't know if it works.
rubber cup thog thing. Because why not? And let's grab the username. There we go. And we're gonna do raid / raid. Did it worked? Yes, it did. Nice. Raid message. So thank you everyone. Be sure to check out the Alveus by Dense's Design. We're gonna share some pictures and more information, and we're gonna work to fix those couple of things that we need to fix. And yeah,
It does sound
grab
like
the
a
easy
phone,
kit.
yes.
Don't miss it.
Pretty much
End of the month.
exactly what a lot of
Should be end of the month.
like.
Raffle system. Again, thank you everyone for joining and sticking around till the end of the stream, and have a good one.
Alright, and let's see if the solenoid works. It's FN. Let's try this. Works. Excuse me, do you have a second to hear about the good word of electric capacitor from the Church of Rubber Cup? Oh. Hey, Sipula. Hello, Sip. How's it going? Thanks for the raid. What are you up to today? Alright, so we do have a solenoid that works. So let's give it a shot. Hello Raiders, so my name is Lightning if you don't know me. We built this vintage 60S, which is oddly named 60, but it's actually a 75%. It has a solenoid as well as a buzzer, which we haven't tried yet. Right now we built it with Vertex V1 switches from JWK, and this has DCS Rebel for keycaps, and polycard plate and the plate foam and key foam. So here it is with solenoid in Alveus. Oh, the densest one, the FRL. Oh, very nice. They actually built it with the domes